the last part I want Gucci to talk about is a complete off the court subject, but he has more expertise there than I do.
All right. So, Kenneth Gucc Robinson, you can just call me Gucci. That's my childhood nickname growing up. Obviously, almost everyone here except for my man right here said y'all all from the Bronx. How many of y'all from the South Bronx, to be exact? If you're from south of Fordham Road and below, how many of y'all from there? Raise your hand higher. If you're from below Fordham Road. All right. How many of y'all infatuated with drill rap? How many of y'all listen to drill music? Raise your hand if you listen to drill music. All right. Now, why I ask these questions is because, one, South Bronx is one of the poorest and violent congressional districts in the United States of America. You have to know where you're at. You have to understand, a lot of times because when we're young, our parents shelter us from the reality of where the hell we are at. We all got friends that died and stuff like that, but we don't really understand how jacked up our environment is and how badly we need to get out of it. All right, Bronx has the highest rate of diabetes in the entire state of New York, the highest rate of asthma in the entire state of New York, one of the highest rates of STDs in the entire state of New York. So that basically tells you, if it's not me, then my little brother or my little sister or my child has the probability of suffering from these things. Just from this area, just from the food we eat, just from the health access that we have. You don't get access to the best doctors. You don't get access to the best food. So you want to use this game to get the hell out of the Bronx, because this shit is a hellhole, man. Don't get me wrong, this is one of the most beautiful buildings in the entire county of the Bronx. From what goes on inside of this building, from how the presentation of the building on the outside itself. So be appreciative of this building. Be appreciative of Rose. I don't know if Leaf is on the staff. Be appreciative of Leaf. How many of y'all say thank you at the end of practice? So a man takes time away from his kids, from his wife, gets you food, teaches you, loves on you, and you can't say thank you at the end? That sounds absurd, bro. Now imagine if a college coach was sitting in here right now when I asked that question. That's absurd. That's actually straight disrespect. What you're doing is taking every day, right? But if you be like, yo, bro, you can have this bag. And I'll just be like, and just walk out. You'll be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with Coach? He can't say thanks, right or wrong?
Yes.
So you're taking some of Rose's time every day, which time is the most important resource. You're taking some of his time every day, and you don't even say thank you. That's absurd. Y'all might want to change that. Now, to the drill music tip. Obviously, y'all see in media, people say drill music controls the youth's mind. Drill music is detrimental. Drill music is this, drill music is that. None of those people are wrong. It is detrimental to your minds. Music in general, music is a sequence that bounces off of our brain time and time again. Music still controls my mind. Music controls 40-year-old's mind. Music can even control an unconscious mind. Literally, dead serious. There are people that are unconscious, that they can wake up from unconsciousness and join right in with the song, right in with it, because they were listening to it while they were unconscious. There's videos of this type of stuff on YouTube. So I say that to say that you may want to slow down with some of that drill music stuff because of what it does to your mind, y'all. What it does to your mind. Y'all all seem like 40-year-olds acting like they was Pooh Shiesty when he was out here. Why? Because he was controlling 40-year-olds' minds. So imagine what some of this music does to a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old mind. But last but not least, on top of that drill music stuff, y'all all know some of the significance behind it, some of the beef, some of the stories, some of the wars. Now, what I'm going to get into is, I grew up super YG, super, okay? I got it tatted on my hand and everything. So all of that stuff y'all grew up listening to, I was part of the first generation of it. The first movers and shakers. The dudes who y'all see on YouTube that they got documentaries about. Those are some of my childhood friends, dudes I ate breakfast with, ate dinner with, dealt with girls together, y'all know what I mean. Gotten in beefs, squabbles, and other stuff that I can't speak about with these individuals. The only reason I'm here today is through the grace of God, through luck, and through me happening to have a different component of intelligence in comparison to my friends. By the time I was 18, I already slowed down with gangbanging because I understood what was gonna happen. I understood that a Rico, like y'all see on YouTube all the time, I understood that that was going to happen. I understood that, quite frankly, none of us is as tough as we like to act. None of us. I understood that by 18. And what I mean by that, because I used to get offended. When I was a teenager and someone say to me, "Yo, you ain't as tough as you think," I used to get offended. So I'd act out, what? I'm not as tough. You wanna see how tough I am? And that's how I end up getting into what I get into. When I was a ball playing dude, wasn't no elite dude, but I done played against some of the best when I was in middle school, the Dion Waiters and all of these guys, everyone in the area, everyone in Jersey and PA in the area, playing against these guys. I was one of them dudes, physically dominant guy in middle school, guy who his muscles and his height is already what it is when he's in 8th grade. He's 13 and he probably ain't gonna grow no more. I only grew 1 inch since I was 13. I got infatuated with gangbanging, 8th grade summer. So now I'm living a double life, and that's the point I'm getting to. I don't know how many of y'all may try to live a double life. I don't know how many of y'all think about living a double life, because it starts with a thought. It all started with me with that. I started thinking about living a double life first, and then I started living the double life. And that stuff gets serious quick. It gets serious quick. You can be, my man right here knew me since I was 12. He's known me almost 20 years of my life. So everything I'm saying, he could co-sign it. There was a time when I got accepted into Bronx Science coming out of 8th grade. So what am I doing gangbanging like a motherfucker when you could go to Bronx Science? And they all knew it. He went to middle school with me. They all knew it. I got accepted to Bronx Science, Stuyvesant. Like, I was a nerd, and the same time got suspended 10 times in that same school year. So I was a nerd, but trying to be a goon at the same time. And then I let the goon take over the nerd and the basketball stuff. And the next thing you know, at one point in time, I was one of the most popular and violent 15, 16-year-olds in the entire Bronx. And my man could tell you that. And what becomes of that is you become a target. You become an individual that people don't want to be around. Y'all all probably have friends like that. He's done this one wild thing that you're like, yo, I can't even be around him no more. But you still dap him up here and there. You still hold 10-minute conversations with him here and there, and stuff like that. Even that is detrimental, because there are individuals that they're sitting in the feds right now, and I know them. That last YG indictment that happened in 2016, there's a guy on that indictment that he was in college for 6 years. He didn't gangbang for 6 years. He was about to get his BA. That semester, still got wrapped up. Last time he gangbanged was 6 years prior. But he got photos with dudes from his high school days. And that's photos, that matters, y'all. Who y'all take photos with? Who y'all hang out with? Rapping these stupid ass lyrics that these dudes are saying. So I'm saying, the point that I want to make to y'all is this, y'all. I'm telling y'all all of this because I was the real deal. Before 18 years old and having my epiphany, I was the real deal. But I grew up, separated from individuals, I don't got no photos with none of them from 18 and under, yes. 18 and after, and that case didn't come until 2016, I'm 24. I don't have no photos with these guys from 18 to 24. I still speak to them. They call me from the feds all the time, tell me how proud they am of me. Yo, I saw you on ESPN working out the draft picks. Yo, that's major, yada, yada, yada. You always said it could happen. But they don't want that to be their reality. They wish that wasn't their reality. And you'd be surprised how quickly it can become your reality if you double dip. I got lucky, like I said, and only with luck, that shit only happens to one individual, two individuals, and I'm saying that graciously. Like, I'm extremely grateful and thankful that I'm not in some of the positions of a Deli Del, of a Two Fly Tay, because I got out of the shit before it got super duper real. Point blank, period. I'm grateful for that. I'm not better than none of them. I love them dudes. A lot of them dudes is sitting in the feds over this gangbanging stuff. They my bros to the end of time. But in the same breath, I had to separate myself from them. I had to distance myself from them. I understood, like, bro, the reality is you're going to die or you're going to prison. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There is no, I'm special, I'm slick, I can do this and I can do that. There's none of that, y'all. There's none of that. And I done seen dudes. I just did an interview recently. I do interviews as well. You could subscribe to my channel called Rip and Go. I got a few past players, present players that I've interviewed, college dudes. And I'm gonna probably interview some of y'all guys too. But right now I only got college and pro guys on there. But there's a guy I interviewed recently, my man Kenneth that I grew up with. He went to high school. They went to the city chip. They went to the B division city chip that year. Whole starting five was scholarship level players. They had 2 D1 players, a couple D2 players, D2 JUCO players, and D1 JUCO players. One of them D2 JUCO players, he was Mac Baller while he was chasing a city championship. At the same time, he goes on to college, freshman year, catches a pistol charge. Now you gotta go away for 5 years. And your life is never the same after that. And you was just a dude on the same team as other D1 dudes. You chased the city title, lost in the title game, but you had a special run. They were undefeated all the way up to that point. At this Division II JUCO, he would have probably ended up a D1 player after, or if not, a D2 player after. But double dipping. You cannot double dip, y'all. You cannot double dip. And you also don't be caught out here rapping some of this drill music that y'all listen to, because you don't know who's sitting around. You see how, like, I'm way out of the streets, I'm this, I'm that, da da da. And how he introduced me, you might think, yo, he's just a basketball coach. But let's just say I wanted to flip the switch at any time, and then I hear somebody rapping some super drill music, and I'm in the antics, I'm in the beef. And I just call up my young boy. Yo, come do such and such to this kid. Why? Because I'm one of the original YG members, and I'm taking offense to some 16-year-old kid rapping some lyrics. There's ignorant people out here like that. All day. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all favorite drill rappers got songs out dissing dudes who are 30-something years old, involving themselves in teenagers' beefs. Why? Because they were some of the original gangbangers and they want to make themselves relevant. So don't be foolish enough to think that you're so innocent and invincible to just walk around listening to this shit, rapping this shit, knowing some of the nonsense, some of the lives, some of the catastrophes that have happened because of this nasty ass music, and because not even because of the music, because of the gangbanging first. And then all them kids, all they did was just pick up and take what we started back in 08, 07. They just took it and blew it up. But my point is, don't get carried away with this music. Don't let it control the way you think, control the way you act. Don't let the hood penetrate you to making you think that you need to live a double life, that you need to be tough. You need to be tough internally. You don't need to be tough externally. And what I mean by that is on the outside. A lot of that tough guy shit, I know, because I was a fake ass tough guy. Did a lot of fake ass violent shit, yada, yada, yada. I'm gonna tell you something about violence and toughness. Motherfuckers that win violent occasions or violent sparring or whatever the hell you want to call it, it's literally about the upper hand. That's all it's about. The dude that you're like, yo, he's a shooter and we're all terrified of him and he'll bust us and da 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 da. He's just an upper hand. I know because I was one of those motherfuckers. The Great American Equalizer, we all know what that is, and I'm gonna catch y'all slipping. I don't want you to have the equalizer and I got the equalizer and we both equal and we just shoot it out. I don't want that. So how tough am I really? So all these motherfuckers that walk around thinking they super duper duper tough and they gangster and I'm petrified of him and I tuck my chain in, well, maybe you might want to tuck your chain in because he might really rob you, but he's not that tough. He's posturing. I know because I've postured. Y'all probably have postured in your life against someone before. We all posture in life. So, and it comes from insecurities. It comes from being a minority, being poor, not getting everything you want, not having everything you want, not experiencing anything. It comes from that. We all have our own insecurities. And a lot of times in the hood, we mask our insecurities by pretending like we're tougher than the next motherfucker. We're not really that tough, bro. What I've learned, well, in my life experience, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Everybody's soft and everybody's tough. I mean that literally. You catch anybody under the right circumstances, they're in that circumstance. You catch anybody in the right circumstance, they're tough in that circumstance. And neither one is really true. Like, neither one is true. It's just how we view it. We view this as we view this is tough. But let's just say, for example, right? Let's take Leaf, for example. Guy might bump Leaf, right? 6'6", 240. He bumped Leaf. Leaf going to go see his lovely wife, going to go see his daughter. He ain't worried about this motherfucker bumping him. But now, let this same 6'6", 240 motherfucker bump, grab up his wife, or grab up Majesty in the street. Now all of a sudden, Leaf is a gorilla because the circumstances call for being a gorilla. So that's what I mean by, under any circumstances, someone could be soft and someone could be tough. I tell you what, I don't really want to find out how tough someone truly is. Straight like that. Now, when I was a young kid and I thought I was invincible and I could just go around doing whatever I want and motherfuckers are scared of me and this, that, and the third, I want to find out how tough you are. Man, that was one of the stupidest things I ever did. I'm lucky to still be here, man. My man could tell you, I went toe-to-toe with killers, convicted killers, thinking I can out-tough them. And I haven't made them back down. Once again, because of the upper hand. Was I more serious than him? Looking back on it? No, he would have took my win if he had the upper hand. Period. None of us is that tough, y'all. So I don't know if any of y'all ever go through that type of shit deep down inside, wanting to be tough, wanting to be seen as macho, maybe wanting to gangbang because your block gangbangs, or hanging with the gangbangers. Because even then, niggas need to know I ain't one of y'all. I am not one of y'all. I play ball. I don't look down on y'all. I don't frown upon y'all. But I do know what's gonna happen in the end. In the end, everybody meets their demise, y'all. Everybody. It don't matter who the fuck you is. You know what I'm saying? You might look at a nigga like, yo, he get busy, his gun go off, and he never been to jail. He's going to jail soon. He's going to jail soon, period. Or he's going to get gunned down soon. You might look at dude, yo, he scammed, he get hella money. There's scammers that have been found in the trunk because of scamming, because of getting all of that money. There's scammers that they get robbed. And then you have Fed shit that come with that scamming. I don't know no scammers that ain't catch a case. And I know y'all might have a bunch of little friends that they scam and whatever, yo, swipe me this, yo, punch me up this. Yo, I know. Yo, BOA, TD, yada, yada, yada. I'm gonna tell y'all this in the long run, bro. You can't outrun the law, dog. You can't outrun the law. They got a gazillion resources, man. Resources on top of resources on top of resources. And when they want to get you, they get you. And then when they get you, you cooked. And the only way out of that is to cooperate against somebody you love. And I wouldn't want that to be any of y'all reality, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? If you live in a double life, if you're thinking about living a double life, if you experiment with doing a double life, don't f with it, man. Don't f with it. Because you may not be lucky. More than likely, you will not be lucky. Straight up and down. And that's really all I gotta say, man.